Warning, this article contains mild spoilers for 13 Reasons Why Season 2. It's been a year since the first season of teen suicide drama 13 Reasons Why was released on Netflix. Based on Jay Asher's novel, the show did not shy away from the difficult themes of bullying, sexual assault and self-harm, and was unsurprisingly met with controversy on its release. Is the idea of leaving behind some retro tapes for the people who have wronged you somehow cool and appealing to young viewers who feel invisible in the school halls? Was the horrific death sequence in the show's final episode unnecessarily explicit and played for shock value? These were the questions being asked. Advertisement. Continue reading below. 5 months after the tragic death of Hannah Baker, Catherine Langford, we find ourselves back at Liberty High for Season 2, and it's a relentlessly bleak place to be. Related article. 13 Reasons Why Season 2 Review. Does it impress? With students still racked with guilt and grief following the events of Season 1, the familiar faces drift about listlessly between classes and attending the ongoing trial that Olivia Baker, Kate Walsh, has filed against the school. Everyone is in personal turmoil. It's a place where a taped confession from a rapist doesn't stop him from approaching you in the corridor. It's a place where the school's pastoral care seems to be nil. It's a place that needs to justify the 13 hours we're about to spend in it. So why are we back? That's a very good question, because if you thought Season 1 was problematic, just you wait. The tapes that Hannah recorded for her fellow students in Season 1 were difficult to hear, because while on the one hand the loss of a beautiful young woman was never far from our minds, neither was the thought that perhaps this is the most upsetting and unique form of torture ever displayed in a teen drama. Copyright Beth Delber, Netflix advertisement. Continue reading below. Suicide is devastating, and as Tony Christian Navarro himself says, you never really know what's going to hit how, so there is absolutely no too big or too small when it comes to things that affect people, but your heart still bled for the high schoolers whose interactions with Hannah involved a misunderstanding or conflict that most of us will recognize from those tumultuous teenage years. While some of the characters deserve to be held to account for their unforgivable actions, others hurt Hannah accidentally in the course of navigating their own personal problems and did not deserve to be led on a guilt-fueled goose chase that would haunt them into their later years. You only had to see the state of Clay, Dylan Minette, our ultimately well-meaning protagonist, to understand the effect of such blame. And that's saying nothing of Alex Miles Heiser, who is driven to the same tragic act in the wake of Hannah's taped suicide note. Copyright Netflix. It's tricky. On the one hand, Season 1 played out as a lesson in being kind, and, on the other, it functioned as a warning that every small mistake in your school years can and will affect you forever. Is it a toxic message? Quite possibly. So the tapes have now been heard. They were a tragic picture of a girl who never had the chance to grow past the high school issues that many of us were able to see grow smaller and smaller with retrospect. Of course, the sexual assault she experienced is not included in the category of a high school issue that fades in the rearview mirror. She never got to see the big picture, though, that it's never too late to extract yourself from a damaging environment and start a different life.